Hello, class. Happy Monday or Tuesday of your virtual day. Just something real quick. If you are a Monday student, you guys have a test in class tomorrow. So I'm going to go over the beginning of chapter three. It's going to be real short. And then you're going to see a paper that is due. You can look at that, but honestly, if you're a Monday person, you need to be studying for that test today. So make sure to do that. If you're Tuesday, you're done with the test, go ahead and get started on the paper. At least pick your case out. I will give you time Wednesday and Thursday in class to work on this. So you should have time to get it done. It's going to be done or due Friday. So you need to make sure to get it done before Friday. But like I said, you should have plenty of time in class to do that. So chapter three, the beginning is just forms of dispute resolution. So the type of courts, what you're looking at if you go in a trial, all of that very fun stuff. So let's get started. So how can disputes be resolved without going to court? So there's two ways. There's a mediator and there's an arbitrator. So a mediator tries to develop a solution acceptable to both sides of the dispute. So a mediator is kind of like an advisor. Okay, so they kind of lead the mediation. Um, Mediation is not legally binding. It's mainly used for commercial, workplace, community, and family matters. Anything you talk about in mediation is considered confidential. An arbitrator is a little more serious, so they hold informal hearings to determine what happened. So if you settle a dispute out of the courtroom with an arbitrator, it is legally binding. This is commonly used for resolution of commercial disputes and employment matters. Um, this can be voluntary, so you can choose to see an arbitrator, or it can be mandated by the court. How do courts settle disputes? I know you're all just on the edge of your seats wondering this, aren't you? Courts decide disputes between private individuals and try criminal cases. So they award damages or order appropriate relief. They follow impartial and thorough procedures. Witnesses can be called to give testimony, and the accused party is allowed equal opportunity to argue their side. So we kind of talked about this in chapter 1 and 2. Typically, there are two courts that decide a case. So you have trial courts and you have appellate courts. Trial courts are kind of the first court that you would go to. Okay, so it determines the facts of the case. So this is where lawyers kind of on both sides get all the facts together and make their cases. It also makes the initial decisions of fact and law, so original jurisdiction. Trial courts consist of the following: a judge, which is the chief officer of the court, lawyers, which are other officers of the court. There are clerks that enter cases on the court calendar, they keep records of the proceedings, and they compute costs. There's bailiffs, which are sheriffs for local court cases, and you have U.S. Marshals for the federal court system. They also summon witnesses and keep court in order. And you have a jury, which are citizens sworn by the court to decide issues of fact in a court case. Juries are not required for all court cases. The appellate court. So, what is the appellate court? It reviews decisions of lower court when one of the parties claim an error in the lower court proceedings. So they are concerned solely with the law. So they don't make determinations of facts. So what was presented in the original case, they don't really care. They don't hear new evidence. So if something comes up, the appellate court isn't going to hear the new evidence. What they do is they try to find error on part of the court. So if the court messed up in some of their proceedings, that's what they're really looking for. And only a small amount of decisions result in an appeal. So a lot of the cases get appealed, very few of them get overturned. Something that the judges look at are the transcript, which is the verbatim record of what went on in the trial. Appellate briefs, which are written arguments on the issues of the law. These are submitted by the attorneys on both sides. And they often listen to attorneys' oral arguments, so they'll bring attorneys in and listen to what they have to say about the case. There's 4 decisions that an appellate court can make. It can be affirmed, which is upheld, which means everything is good. That's what most of the cases end up being affirmed. Reversed, which is overturned, which means the court totally messed up. They're going to overturn the charges. Mended, which is where they change the charges or the sentencing of what went on in the lower court. Or remanded, which means, you know what, we're going to send it back. You guys are going to do this all over again. So that is it today. Like I said, it's going to be an easy virtual day to start off the week. I really want you Tuesday in-person people focusing on studying for the test. If you took the test Monday, like I said, go look at that paper, get started on it, and make your week a lot easier moving forward. All right, guys, good luck. I hope you have a good rest of your virtual day.